Okay, we are live. Hey everybody, Daryl Shergan, Quest for Vape, weekly live coil build workshop. Joined here by Vaping Raven and Paul, the cloud chasing cyclist up in Northern Ireland. How you doing, guys?
Look.
All
right, introduce yourselves, tell folks where they can find you, what stuff you do, and then talk about what you're vaping on. Mods, juice.
Well, everybody knows me as Raven. Some call me Uncle Raven. I have a channel called Raven's Roast. You can find it at Raven Raven. People find it at Raven's Roast. Just fucking look, you'll find it. Quit being fucking lazy.
Quit being lazy.
I guess I don't normally say what I'm vaping on, but I guess I'll tell you. The Opus 200 with the Overcast. And
Let's see that Overcast. Can you hold that up? Very nice. Is that new?
it was sent to me for a Christmas gift.
Okay.
From Adora E-Liquids, which is a very good liquids.
Yeah.
But I'm vaping just a DIY blueberry.
Very nice, very nice. Okay. And now you were in the midst of doing a series of roasts on products and juice and vaping gear and people, correct?
Yep.
And where can people go to find you and watch those?
Like I said, you can look for Vaping Raven, and I should pop up. You should just Google it, and I should pop up. YouTube, of course, and it's Raven's Roast. I did some diaries, and I roast people. I just roasted Mark Fagan.
Oh, I didn't see that yet. I have seen you do a diary or two. That's awesome, man. And they are not for the faint of heart or sensitive of eardrum.
Yeah.
He does have a little bit of potty mouth, and he does rip into stuff pretty offensively. It's funny as hell. I love it. All right, thanks, Raven. Paul, the cloud chasing cyclist in Belfast, Ireland. How are you? Where can people find you?
I'm alright, man. Same as Raven. I'm on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the usual. Type out Chasing Cyclists, because like Raven, there's only one of me as well.
Awesome, awesome. Seen you've been doing some juice reviews lately?
Yeah, the last one there was 7 Scholars. Label sort of wore off, but it's really nice. It's a new UK company.
Cool, man. What's the flavor profile of that juice right there that you held up?
It's like a strawberry cheesecake.
Nice.
It's not overpowering, so it's one you could vape all day. And then the second one they brought out is like a Cuban cigar with almonds and coconut.
Oh, wow. Ah, that's interesting.
So it's nice too. So who's very Jack Daniels.
Very cool. Very cool. And for anybody who hasn't ever tuned in to me before and just stumbled upon this by accident, I am Daryl Shergan, Quest for Vape, and I am vaping on the Hell's Gate 75-watt temperature control little mini and the Mad Hatter version 2 RDA. Yeah, version 2. I'm about to put out a review on this guy. I completed the video. It's just rendering right now. A little bit later today, I'll have the video up, and I'm going to be giving away this T-shirt. Not this one, but they sent me an extra T-shirt, and they sent me an extra one of these RDAs in black, and I'm going to do a giveaway for that. So keep an eye out for. What's that?
You're not giving the pink one, no?
I mean, if somebody wanted it, but I already built on it, and I've been kind of like using it. So, you know what? I had a choice. I would have rather kept the black one, but I figured not as many people would want the pink one, so I'll take that. Looks good for a thumbnail for YouTube. Like, if my review video had that as the thumbnail, more people might click on it. Or if I covered my face, that would be even better. So. And I did my favorite build on there. Quad stack, 8 wrap. It's hitting like
nice.
nice and hard. That seems to be my favorite go-to build. But anyway, that's what I'm vaping on. What juice have I got? You know, I just cycled back to One Hit Wonder Rocket Man. I'm not a. These guys don't really like to talk with their customers very much. I guess they're so awesome with their juice, they don't have to. But I try and communicate with them. They don't fucking talk to people. But
Yeah.
they have a bomb-ass juice line, and I'm back to this one. All right, let's get into it. You guys want to?
So they have good juice and shitty customer service.
I bet they probably have customer service. They just don't feel like talking to my stupid ass trying to do reviews and giveaways of their juice. But like, I find that curious because I see that there's giveaways all over the internet, like Facebook and Instagram, and there's always One Hit Wonder being in giveaways, and I'm like, what about me? What? I don't know. Some people watch my stuff too, better than Instagram.
Well, if they're not going to talk to you, then don't promote their shit.
I love their juice line, so irregardless. Big Natty.
Natty.
What's up, brother? I think he clicked on the wrong button by accident. He didn't really mean to get in here. Hey, what's up, Big Natty? Good to see you. If you get your camera working. Oh, you know what? He's at work. He probably popped on while he's at work, like on his lunch break. That's what he does. But I'll tell you the.
I must see him. So.
What's that?
I can't hear him or see him, so I don't know if he's actually.
I'm here.
Hey, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
What's going on, brother? How you been?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys today?
Fantastic, fantastic.
Well, man.
Hold on. What's going on with my camera?
Step up your camera game. What the fuck?
Dude, it's the same computer I use, Raven. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I don't know. You get one with no camera on, not me.
All right. Well, I'll do the introduction. Well, we can hear you just fine. Tell people who you are, where they can find you, what you're about.
Oh, because I'm in a different freaking thing. Hold on. You know what? Let me get out of this browser and go in under my other browser, and then everything will work better.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm on Opera right now, and it's not working.
Use your trolling account.
That's right. That's right. Hold on. Let me get out of there.
Super troll. Big Natty is an admin on myvaporium.net, which is an online vaping community. That's awesome. And also, he has a YouTube channel, Big Natty Vapes, I believe. And he does product reviews, very straight up. This is what it is. This is my opinion on it. And if you don't like that opinion, you don't have to watch it. But his opinions are good.
That's it.
All right. So I think the build for today is going to be the Temple RDA. You guys familiar with this one?
No.
Yeah, I've seen it about.
Pretty affordable. I think it's about $50 in retail shops. I did a build on it, and then I don't like the flavor, so I went and cleaned it out, and I'm going to rebuild it. But I was looking for something nice that I could put on, like my my AV Able mod, and this guy will fit nicely on there. Anyway, so like this is the Temple. It kind of looks like a baby version of the Buddha. So it's got a lot of these airflow holes. Let me get this off. Show you guys. There's Natty. What's up?
What's going on, guys? I'm back. Now you can see me.
All right, much better.
How's it going, fellas?
Fantastic.
How's it going with you?
Oh, man, it's beautiful. Day off today, man.
Hey, there you
Nice. Nice.
They're always good.
Hey, introduce yourself and tell everybody where they can find you, what you're into with vaping, and then also what you're vaping on today.
Well, as you can see, Big Natty Vapes. Admin on my Vaporium website. You can normally catch me on there. Pretty much welcoming all the newbies. You can see me on the G spot. I'm in there giving Raven a hard time all the time. TFY. And like I said, I got a YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. Only got a couple of little videos on there. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Find me there. As far as what I'm vaping on, let's see. Is this enough?
Oh. Yeah. That just might cover it.
I'm not gonna pull a mic vapes on you.
The buffet.
I'll just show it. I'm not going to describe everything.
I like when he does that because he always has his hands on like the latest, greatest, newest stuff. That's my prospect list for who I'm gonna hound next week. I don't mind following in his footsteps because he's already made the nice paved the way. Okay. Well, hey, listen, man. Thanks for getting on. I appreciate it. Have you seen the Temple RDA? Because I think I'm going to build on that today.
Yes, I have.
Do you own one? I thought you were reading.
I do not.
All right.
I do not. I have unfortunately come to that point in my vaping journey that and have kind of honed in, I guess, my vaping style or my vaping preferences, you know. Plus, you know, I got like 30 friggin' RDAs already. So I'm good for a minute.
I hear you loud and clear. And like I do this coil building workshop to teach newer people how to build, and then like I'm always building the same RDAs, but because I like them.
All right.
And then I was going back, doing a little bit of cleaning up on my channel. I go, you know, I do the same damn build on the same RDAs every week. I got to get some new stuff, just to keep it lively and interesting. But quite frankly, you know, all this new stuff coming out, okay, it's nice, but I got some great vapes already. Let's do this. Let's go down the line real quick while I'm prepping this. What's your favorite RDA or your favorite one or two that you feel if nothing new ever got invented, you'd be fine the rest of your life? Go ahead, Natty.
Right now, because I actually currently own 3 of them, is the Petri mod. I would say the Sapor and the Revolt.
The Revolt. Okay.
Revolt. And if people understand those 3 RDAs, they will definitely understand that I am a flavor guy. Because all 3 of them are flavor RDAs. I mean, the Revolt doesn't chuck the clouds that you can get out of like the Sapor or the Petri, but the flavor is it's stellar. I mean, it's a small build deck in there, so you're not going to be able to build all your crazy, you know, wild Claptons and things like that in there, but you know, you put a basic triple B in there or just a small Clapton, you know, in there, it does great, and the flavor's awesome. But those would be my top 3.
Cool, awesome. All right, Paul, how about you?
Sort of limited. I haven't got as much stuff as you guys yet, but I have to say my solo that the missus got engraved for me at Christmas, and of the support coming on Friday. So I'm looking forward to that. But my Mutation, I actually love it. I compared all different builds of it, so I always made a fight with it. So I would never chuck it away or anything. So.
Cool. How about you, Raven? Raven's muted.
Well, my favorite is the Liking. I like that. It's got good flavor and chucks clouds. It's got bottom airflow and side airflow, which is great. Of course, the Velocity. I love that. It's a good cloud chucker. And slowly I'm liking the Overcast. Slowly.
Very cool. I think for me the Mutation version 3 is like timeless. I just never get tired of it. I love it. I love the way it builds and vapes, and I can build it for flavor or clouds or both. That'll never lose its #1 spot. That was like when I found that was I had arrived. But I am loving the velocity. I don't have the authentic yet, but I have a clone, and I love it. And I love every RDA that's had a velocity style deck. I find it so easy to build, and I can get some really nice flavor builds on there. And aside from that, the Alliance V1. I don't have the V2 yet, but the V1 has been just superb, stellar. I've had this since late May, and it's still performing, and I probably rebuild it twice a week, and here it is like 8-9 months later. It's still almost as pristine as the day I bought it. Like, it takes a lot of abuse. I can't say that much for a lot of other RDAs that I've bought, and after a couple of weeks, couple of months, they strip, they wear out. Those are my 3 picks. So
Nice.
But all right, let's go take a look down close here. Can you guys see that? This is the Temple RDA. Am I echoing?
Oh, hold on a minute. Probably me.
So it's got this nice top cap with all this airflow, and the airflow kind of lines up. You got these ones at the bottom there, and then you have this like little pyramid shape, and you line those all up for your airflow options. That just pulls straight out. It's got a nice wide chuff drip tip, and the deck got this cutout for the airflow. Kind of reminds me of the Little Boy. You remember that RDA? And 2 posts, some pretty big chunky posts, nice big fat chunky screws with a flat head, thank you very much. That's nice, so you're not going to strip that, and some pretty decent sized holes, post holes. So you can get some big builds in here if you want. And the juice well is really deep. Juice well on that has this little like even this little further reservoir way down at the bottom. So kind of a nice RDA. I did a just a quick, like, I think this was 21 gauge or 22 gauge spaced 6 wrap, but I didn't like the way it was vaping. I think it was a little too hot. This is the kind of RDA you can put some really nice wide fat Claptons in and stick this sucker on like a powerful mod that pushes a lot of power. And that's it. So that's the end of the show. Nice.
Thanks for coming, everyone.
What kind of build do you guys want to see me do on this? Any ideas? No?
Twisted 18 gauge dual coil.
Twisted 18. I think I actually have 19 gauge Arsenal wire in my toolbox, but that's like an instant recipe for like, no way, it's too hot for me. I can't handle that. I do like flavor. I like some clouds, but I try and get flavor. What do we think we can do? This is like begging for some big fat Claptons. That's the kind of. Could you imagine like a nice 8 or 10 wrap? Somebody else come in here that's before?
No, that's me. I unmuted myself. Do you have any Clapton wire?
No, not at the moment.
Jesus Christ.
Do you always echo like that?
24.
Hold on, I'll reset and it won't do it.
I've got a bunch of different stuff. Let me see what I got here that won't embarrass me on camera. Ooh, 20 gauge. Let's see some 20 gauge. What could I do with that? Nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I do have 26 gauge. This is nobody's watching me who's like an advanced serious vapor. It's mostly newer folks just getting into it, and I make it look so easy because I'm so bumbling that they figure if I didn't blow myself up, maybe they could start building. So I'm going to use some 26 gauge and do like dual 15 wrap. What do you think?
Sounds good.
That'll work.
I'll tell you why. I'm enjoying different builds for the Noisy Cricket. Now, I also wanted to take a moment. Are you guys familiar with this?
Yeah.
I am waiting for mine to ship from 3F Vapes.
Okay.
Same here. Waiting on mine come from Gearbest.
Hey, I've been seeing a lot of 3F vape lately. They got a lot of products. They got some great prices too.
Oh yeah, well, and their shipping is just a whole lot faster than dealing with Fast Tech.
Okay. Is 3F vapes one of those out of the country type of is that how they're able to sell a rouleau for like 43 or 45 bucks?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, they're in China. They do have a U.S. warehouse, but their U.S. warehouse, they literally only got maybe 20 items, and they're all pretty much like mods. Um, then they have like a whole 24-hour section. So all they got is big, like over 1,000 items that will ship within 24 hours. Outside of that, it's a normal 3-4 day processing, and once it ships. I mean, like I ordered my tug box from them on September the 11th, and September the 20th, it was at my door.
Wow.
So,
Like I looked online for when I posted my review for this Hell's Gate 2, I looked online to see who's selling it because people are going to ask me where can I buy that, and they were like, I don't know if they were the only one who showed up, but they were the first one who showed up.
right. I don't know. A lot of people may know Big Doc. He's on Vaporium too. He gave us a good link for a good search engine. It's called Vape Crawler.
Awesome. Are you able? Do you know how to present that? Are you able to put that up on the screen or no?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Hey, Zach.
What's up, Zach?
So what you said it was Vape Crawler?
Vape Crawler is just basically a search engine to find vape gear.
That's a great resource. I'm gonna have to check
Get
that
ready
out.
for work, bud.
I want to just present this for a hot second, and you can kind of see what we're dealing with here.
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Paul?
Need to jump out here and get ready for work, so I'll catch you later.
All right, brother. Thank you very much for popping on. Appreciate it.
Lads. Keep it lit.
Take it easy. Now, can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, I mean, you just put in Noisy Cricket. Well, if I knew how to spell.
Yeah, yeah. You can learn to spell, and this thing will work the balls.
Man. I still can't spell shit. Whatever.
No, I don't know about a nosy.
How about that? I can spell that.
The Nosy Cricket.
A nosy.
No, actually, I cloned J-Bo's Noisy Cricket from Wismec, and mine is called the Nosy.
All right, well, if you put in what you want, and you have the different ways you can search by, price, like, high to low, or relevance, like I want to do, say, price. So high to low, I want to go low to high. So basically, eFun is going to show me that they're running it the cheapest, Vape B, Vape Northwest, 3F Vape, and literally, you click the link and it can take you straight to their site.
That's great.
So,
What an awesome resource. Hey, what's up, Zach? How you doing?
I'm using my own drip tip on the Coral tank,
No kidding.
and I'm also using this big chuff tip that I found. All the Aromizer RDA drip tips will fit into this if you cut off the spitback protection. So I cut the spitback protection off and it pops right in.
No kidding.
So now I'm using the adapter from that kit so that I can use my own drip tips
Wow,
on
very cool.
the Coral tank.
Very cool. Yeah, that was the only thing I like the drip tip it comes with, but that was the only gripe I suppose I had was that you can't change because it has that wide. How do you like that tank?
I'm liking it so far. I put a poor decision of juice in here right now, so
Yeah.
I'm trying my best to vape through this juice while holding my nose, just so I don't waste it, I guess.
Yeah, nah, life's too short, man. Move on. dump it and put new juice in. I did the same thing. I put a juice that I normally love, but I put it in that tank, and it's just a way too intense vaping tank.
Yeah, my only complaint about this thing was the machine oil in the beginning. That's pretty much it. The fact that they had a coil installed already and there's machine oil on there makes me not want to use that initial coil.
I hear you. Yeah, because it's like the cotton just absorbs anything around.
Yeah, that's what that's what I worry about. I don't have any definitive evidence that that's what's happening, but I really wish like the coils that came in a new atomizer came packaged up, so that you know you're ripping open a fresh package when you open it.
You know, when you're shipping cargo, there's certain cargoes you can't keep in the same hold next to each other because some are aromatic and give off, molecules, and others are absorbent and absorb. Like cotton is one you can't keep, so you have to check the load in the hold. What products are you going to be having near each other, even when they're in plastic? And machine oil gets into that cotton like.
Is that anything like load in the hole?
Yes, exactly, Raven. Exactly. And then,
Check it. Okay.
so if you don't check it correctly, they say you blew your load. That's
Load in the hole?
that's where that came from.
There's no refunds once you do that either.
No. Well, it all depends on what hole.
Oh boy. All right, so what I've been doing over here is a 15 rep 26 gauge on a 3mm post, and I'm using the Coil Master jig just because it makes it easier, especially if you're doing a lot of reps like I am. Oh, I'm not even on the camera. There we go. How do you guys feel? What do you guys use to wrap your coil? Screwdriver, old school technique? Anybody using the Coil Master?
I use a clone of the Curl coiler.
Oh, yeah, how do you like that?
It's good. It came with came with all the options to begin with. You know, I usually have to buy like the separate pieces and stuff. This came with all of the pieces to begin with.
I use a coil jig. I'll set it up quick.
Oh yeah, show us your. He's got that one that he loves.
I got this coil jig from Leo D Designs, which same place I get my cotton from. All the jigs are handmade.
What cotton is that? I forget.
Texas Tough.
That's right, Texas Tough. Okay.
Matter of fact, right now I'm re-wicking my overcast, but yeah, this is a simple jig. Just put the size rod that you want in here and tighten it up.
Everybody develops their own style, what they like, what works for them, and I think that's most important. What works for you?
And
So here
I use this thing called the Coil Revolver.
Ooh.
What's that do?
That. Anyway, it's it's got 3 interchangeable pegs. It's just kind of like the Coil Master, so you kind of slide the wire through here. But the difference is the top cap has all 3 size holes right there, and there's 6 holes because depending on how thick your gauge of your wire is, you pick either the hole closest to the center or the furthest away.
That's cool.
Interesting.
Just put it in there and spin away.
Now, the only upgrade I see left besides that is, wouldn't you like it if there was a digital counter to let you know how many revolutions you've taken?
Man.
So you could just wrap and you could look at the screen and see you're at 10 reps, 12 reps, like just.
Well, yeah, because every time you're freaking wrapping one of them, the wife or somebody will inevitably come in the room and ask you a question or say something, and you'll forget count.
Yeah, she'll be like, did you spend $3.48 at the gas station? I'm like, honey, I was right in between 3 and 4. How many reps do I have now?
Right? Then you got to break out the magnifying glass and start counting.
That actually just happened to me while we were talking, and my little secret trick. Hold on, let me get this. My cameras. I got bad camera work today. Sorry. My trick is I don't do it by sight because I can't see that small. I do it by sound. So I gotta come along and I like.
Oh, rub across it.
Yeah,
Ah, same way you masturbate.
exactly, Raven. Raven, how did you know that though?
Ribbed for your pleasure.
I know the secrets.
All right, got two coils. This is going to ohm out probably somewhere very close to 0.8, 0.9. I'm shooting for 1 ohm because I want to put this build on my Noisy Cricket. And oh yeah, I know that. I just remembered why I brought that up. It's a great little mod, but it's very powerful, and it's got somebody's going to get in trouble with that. It's got way too much power too easily, and it's too cheap. I mean, I'm not complaining. I love the price of it, $35 in a retail store, $20 online. But what that allows is there's going to be folks buying this that don't know what they're doing with sub-ohm vaping, and they're going to build wrong for this. And I just hope they. What's that?
That's a hybrid too, right?
It's
Yes.
a hybrid. Yep. So there's potential somebody's going to stick a tank on there that doesn't protrude, and you can't get these batteries out. So you just got to find what's your exit strategy when this thing vents. Where are you going to get to the nearest exit and throw it somewhere safe? I kind of shudder to think about the news that's going to come up, but I know it's inevitable. So I was debating whether or not to even do a review on it. I am going to do a review. I'm just going to do Chicken Little talking safety. I think it's a great mod. I think that folks should have about 3 to 4 months worth. Well, who am I to say how much experience? But folks should have experience with sub-ohm vaping and mech mods before they get into that. Would you guys agree?
Oh yeah, definitely. Before you go out and buy a hybrid, know your Ohm's law, do your homework,
There's no forgiveness. There's no time to figure out. Oh, I might have made a mistake. It's when it's over fast.
Well, I'm gonna beat this like a dead horse. Don't try to graduate from kindergarten to MIT just because your buddy is doing some crazy crap, or you see other people in the vape shop doing crazy crap. Like you said, learn your Ohm's law, learn your battery safety, know how to build, start slow, and build your way up. My pet peeve of mine, sorry. I see too many people trying to do stuff too fast.
I don't ever apologize for that. Exactly right. Yeah. You see your buddy doing it, or you just see somebody else at the vape shop doing it, and they look cool, and they can handle it, but you don't know that guy's been vaping for 6 months, a year. He's got a lot of experience, so he knows if something goes wrong, how to spot that, see it, hear it. What does a battery smell like when it's venting? I don't know. I never vented one. Hopefully I never do.
Well, what if I could do something? A lot of people have a problem with the break-in time at Texas Tough. Very simple. You just prime your coils. You put a few drops on your coils, on the coil itself, and just tap your power button. Don't let it vape. Just tap your power button. So you can see the juice go into the coil, and just do that a few times, and it's primed.
Thank you. I'm going to use Texas Tough today just because it is good stuff, and I didn't give it a fair shake in the very beginning, and I was a little bit hopefully playful, but I was a little bit mocking of it in the beginning. It's tough stuff, and it can handle a lot of heat. Like, it can really handle some heat, which is nice. You know what I hadn't used in a long time, and I just picked up the other day, was cotton bacon. And I just realized why I haven't used it in a long time. I can't stand that stuff. The cotton breaking in, the fibers, the flavor, it just, how did I ever used to like that stuff? I don't know. But Texas Tough, pretty good stuff, man. And after a couple of days vaping on big coils like this, normal cotton would just deteriorate in the middle. That stuff holds up.
I got some cotton from Billy. Some of this Vaperz Choice.
Oh yeah.
You guys played with that yet?
Yep. He gave me a jar of that.
How does he like it? Because I haven't played with it yet.
It's great. It's like very silky. It's more like yeah, I have some around here. There's zero taste break-in. Like instantly, like you don't have to worry if it doesn't even taste like cotton. Yeah, it's good.
I have to check it out next time I re-wick.
It's very easy wicking too. You just peel off like. It's pretty dense. It doesn't. You don't have to like roll it and smush it down or anything. It just you peel off the strip the size you need and put it in. Does that make sense? You don't have to like roll it like cotton bacon or like Japanese cotton. All right. So here's the build. 0.89. Okay. It's right about where I was going. And I just want to talk for a second about. There's a lot of wraps of metal and it's thin metal. It's 26 gauge, so it did have a lot of slack that needed to get pulled out. So you want to pull up and away from the center posts. And let's go ahead and pulse it. Have you guys tried using a 521 tab yet?
Nope.
No.
You guys seen them?
Yeah. I am supposed to be getting some stuff from Coil Master, so we'll see if that happens or not.
They were very elusive. I had bought a bunch of Coil Masters like a year ago when they first came out. When I first saw it, I thought it was a really cool concept, and I bought a bunch of them. They were like $6 each, something like that. And then so I've had them in a lot of videos all the way since last year, and I kept hitting them up every couple of months. Hey guys, I use your stuff. When are you going to have me do a review? It took a long time for them to even pay attention to me. So I still think they only did it because I pestered the shit out of them. But then just last month they did give me a couple of these to give away, which was really nice. So this is the 521. I just put an 18650 battery in there if you guys didn't see that. I'm using my most bullshit battery in the universe. Don't you like that? 40 amps, 3,000 milliamp hours?
That shit's for real.
Nice.
That lies better. Zach, you're down south. Give us a good Louisiana euphemism for something that lies a lot.
I think Raven might be better for that.
So you can check the resistance on here pretty accurately, and then you can also pulse the coils.
Yeah, if you weren't using eFests.
No, these are Imrins.
Oh, are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. So we're going to watch the voltage drop on camera, like with each hit.
I got my phone ready, dial 9-1, and I'm waiting.
Okay, thank you. Now, I have an emergency evacuation plan.
For everybody who's just starting out, make sure you get name brand batteries. Don't get the economical shit. You know, get name brand batteries because you have to ask yourself, what is your life and your body parts actually worth? If they're not worth shit, get garbage batteries. Who gives a fuck? But if it's worth a lot to you, get name brand.
And what you don't want to do is you don't want to believe the rating on the battery just because it said, this is a boastful claim. There's no such thing as a 40 amp battery in lithium ion at this size. There's no such thing as 3,000 milliamp hours and 4,000 amps, 40 amps. Get yourself legit batteries that actually are honest and do what they say. Right?
Yep. And those are from Pegasus.
Those are from Pegasus Vapor Academy.
Yep.
All right, let's continue to pulse these coils.
Who, by same chance, is my executive producer.
Yes, he is. All right, it's a lot to ask for one 18650 battery to heat these big coils, but you can see they're starting to glow.
Wouldn't be too much to ask a Pegasus battery.
No? The ramp up is real slow with one battery, and I'm not going to be vaping it on something with one battery, but for purposes of this,
What did it end up ohming out to?
0.89, my coil master told me, and then the 521 tab told me 0.93, and now that they heat it up, it's showing 0.99, so the resistance is going up because they're hot. But,
Is
you
that
know,
stainless steel?
no, this is cancel.
And you can get those Pegasus batteries at Pegasus Academy. Pegasus Vaping Academy.com, and there's a chart because there are different kinds of batteries for you.
Yep.
Pretty much, you know.
I prefer rewrap 9-cat batteries.
9-cat, what's that?
Remember them black cat batteries? They had number 9 on them.
Like you better have 9 lives?
Yeah. I rewrap those AAAs.
Nice. Well, I was going to get just plastic wraps that said Trust Fire and rewrap my good batteries in that so nobody steals them from me.
There you go.
All right, I'm using Texas Tough, so let me show you guys what the deal is with this stuff. I think this is really sheep's wool or alpaca. Tell me the truth, Raven. That's really alpaca.
It's
Cotton?
tough.
All right. All right. It's very fluffy, and as he mentioned, it's not very absorbent without heat, so you want to pulse. This is where this 521 tab is going to be perfect. You guys saw that it wasn't putting a lot of power into these coils, but it was giving them heat. So I think that's the perfect way. I'm going to break the cotton in right on the 521 tab. So there's one. Stuff's very fluffy. Raven, do you compact it down, or do you leave it fluffy like that?
I just leave it fluffy and then tuck it into the channel.
Okay.
I decided to make it look like an M, you know.
Do you use this in RTAs or just for dripping?
Oh, both.
Yeah?
Yeah. Matter of fact, for RTAs, they have another brand called Juicy Wicks.
Oh, I've seen Juicy Wicks.
And matter of fact, Dirty Devo,
Yeah.
he likes Juicy Wicks better than Texas Tough. But it's a two-blend thing. It's got Texas Tough in it and another kind of like silky cotton.
Okay, cool. Well, so far so good. It's very bushy, but
That's what
it's
she
worth. That's what he said. It does hold up to the heat well, though. And this is going to be. I'm going to be putting this RDA right on the Noisy Cricket. So I have two 18650 batteries, unregulated, in series. And that's what this build is designed for, to contain all that power and be able to vape comfortably. So just in case somebody's not very experienced, happens to buy the Noisy Cricket or some kind of high power mod, do a build like this. It'll keep you, the build will keep your vaping in control.
Yes, sir, because a 1 ohm build on 7 volts would be just 7 amps.
What's that?
I said a 1 ohm build at 7 volts or 7.4 volts would be just 7.4 amps, so it would be very, very safe.
Okay. So this is what Raven was talking about. Let's get some juice here. Without any heat, this cotton is not very absorbent. In fact, the juice will just roll down, like you can see it. It's just rolling off, not absorbing in at all. That is actually kind of messy, right?
Well,
I do this stuff so you don't have to.
yeah, well, you got to do it drop by drop. You know, it takes a little time, but it's worth it in the long run. If you're going to get cotton that can last 3 to 4 weeks,
Yeah.
is a week, you know.
So instead of doing what I just did, what Raven recommends is 1 drop right on the coil, on each coil, and then pulse it. So the heat's going to pull the juice in. Not a lot of heat, not like not what you would use to vape, just a little bit of heat, enough to get the coils pulling the juice in.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 times ought to do it.
Clean up this mess. All right, I can already see that it started to pull juice in. So what we're doing is we're breaking the cotton in by pulsing the coil.
Then you'll see it start to wick out the sides, and then once it does that, then you can just do the sides, you know.
Yep, like you could see the color start to change on these side bits. This coil here seems to be heating up a lot better than this one. This is my non-cooperating. All right, so a little bit of patience on the front end of this thing, of this cotton, gives you weeks of enjoyment.
And once your cotton starts to go dry, I'll even.
You're going to demonstrate the burn?
And you can still see it's starting to turn white now again.
Yep.
Starting to go back to being white. And let's see if I can set this thing on fire and still vape it.
He loves doing that.
Then all I do is paint my juice back on.
All right, the cotton all soaked up, all the juice, it's all changed color. I would say that's all broken in now.
No problems.
Nice, Raven.
You proud of yourself, Raven?
That's right. I am very proud of myself. Fuck.
All right, so we're going to adjust our airflow with this little temple. This is the one you line up these holes for the airflow you want. Put that on there, and then let's go see how it vapes.
You know, in some places in Europe, Texas means crazy, and they actually say things like, "That's so Texas." I'm not kidding either. That's not a joke. Well, it is kind of a joke. It's funny, but
Texas crazy?
yeah, it means wild, like out of control, partying, like wild. So they say that's so Texas.
What does New Hampshire mean in those same countries?
I'm sure it means very dull and cold.
Right.
Inbred.
News fest.
Wow, this is a little big for that noisy cricket. It almost touches like the contact of the it's almost touching the contact. Like, I wonder if, I don't think that should be used.
After looking it up, Daryl, New Hampshire means nose falls off of old man's face.
Oh, okay. Old man got a haircut? Is that what it means?
The nose fell off of old man's face.
I thought New Hampshire meant sis. You up?
That's Maine.
Oh.
Oh shit.
All right, so here we go on a proper art mod. I'm not going to use that on the noisy cricket after all that, because you know what? It was, the RDA was so big it was almost touching like my my fire button base. So I felt like it almost might be like touching the top of the positive and then the base that's in contact, I don't know. Maybe it's not a problem, but I don't feel like, I don't feel like finding out that mystery today. So if it's all the same to you, gentlemen, I'm just going to put it on my IPv4S and rock that shit at 100 watts. If this thing will cooperate. There it is.
Dang, Daryl, it doesn't look like you use that IPv too much. Not at all.
I never carry this around with me every day.
Yeah.
You've kept that thing in pristine condition. Do you even vape, bro?
Exactly. So that's how it vapes. Pretty good. Actually, I feel like that could take some more power than that.
I got that same problem.
Which mod is that?
That's the Opus 200. I get that same problem with my mod.
You know what? 120 watts is not enough power for this. I mean, it's vaping nice, don't get me wrong, but I almost feel like it could handle more power. Oh, because it's maxed out at 7.5 volts. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it on my, I have a mod that'll really well out. This is not a good mixy-matchy at all. This is like the Kardashians went to South Beach.
Oh, here, stick it on my DNA 200, brother. It'll match up nicely with this.
Yeah. What do you got there?
I got the RX 200 transformed into a DNA 200.
Oh, okay, right. Last time we spoke and you were on here, I think you were about to rip that open and rebuild it. Nice.
Now I'm doing one for Mike Vapes too.
Nice. What the hell? Oh, you know what? The RX 200 stops you at 9 volts.
Yes.
Oh, I have to unlock. Okay. That's fucking weird.
Don't mind him, folks. It's his first day vaping.
It's a little bit of user error.
Nice.
That's much better.
How's that taste?
That tastes phenomenal. All right, Texas Tough Cotton holding up nicely. We did a nice little build there, chucking the clouds. How dry does that cotton have to be before it sets on fire, Raven?
Pretty
I think the juice goes up.
Dry until there's no more juice.
I'm not going to do that. That's your gig. I'm not going to take it.
Once your cotton looks like Raven's beard, then it's ready to go.
Nice. Hey, let's take a minute to go into chat here and see who's in there. And I got something special for the people who tune in and watch us live. Hold on a second. Has any of you guys been following along with the chat while we've been on here?
Yeah. You know, you got Rhonda, Michaela, ST was in there, Nigel, and Dutch Faker, Canthal Killers, Smitty, a bunch of folks.
That's awesome. Hey guys, I'm sorry I've been neglectful. I usually like to jump over into chat and say hello and acknowledge everybody who sits here and watches this bullshit. So, Travis Langley, Dan Rochelle, IDK Vapes, Adam Sisson, Shane Perkins, Travis Lang. I can't read them all, but thank you guys so much. There's Michaela. All right, awesome. Good to see you. What'd you say? Rhonda McGee is in there?
Yeah.
Hey, Rhonda. All right, awesome. So let's do this. I just did a review for the Innikin Stormtrooper edition of the Coolfire 4 Plus and the Endura T22. And although I like them a lot, I have no use. I opened them up, I used them. I have no need for those. So I have an Endura T22 that's used, I'll clean it, and I have a Coolfire 4 Plus Stormtrooper edition with the iSub G tank and also the Apex 5 tank. if anybody in chat would like to win that, and this is only for chat, not for the replay. If you're watching this in replay, sorry you missed the live show. I'm going to start throwing some goodies. Now, I realize it's not the most generous giveaway in the world because it's used, but I have it on hand. I really don't need those. They're awesome. If you would like those, then let's think of a good question to ask. I don't know. Natty, what's a good question that somebody in chat has to answer that they might know, not like the atomic weight of popcorn, something they might know, and the first person to answer that question will win that. And if you don't want to win that, then just, don't participate.
Plus, it's fucking free. What the fuck you want for nothing?
Yeah, you do have to pay $6.10 for shipping, and if you're out of the country, then you have to pay $26. Sorry, I'm not paying for shipping anymore on these giveaways.
I want them to guess the atomic weight of go fuck yourself.
That's pretty
Way to go fuck yourself.
pretty heavy.
Oh shit.
All right. Anybody on the show, Zach, Raven, if you have a question that somebody could answer, go ahead and what do you think people should? Got to be something people would know. Crickets.
How about here's a good one. Here's a good one. If all you know is ohms and volts, how can you calculate the amps?
I don't even know the answer.
I don't even know the answer to that.
Then you better put down that noisy cricket. This is basic Ohm's law.
I have
Get
an
the hell out of
answer.
here.
Rapidtables.com.
Look at here, Professor Proton.
Yeah.
We got to ask, we got to go back to. Are you asking for the formula or how somebody would go about finding that?
Yeah,
Divide
just the
this-
formula. Just the formula. It's fairly simple. I mean, it's so simple. It only involves two mathematical signs, and one of them is an equals.
E equals MC squared.
Now you're trying to make people feel stupid.
Right?
Nobody in chat can answer that question.
No,
so
Dutch Vaper got it. Volts
did.
divided by resistance. That will
All
give
right,
you
how
your
about-
amps.
How many things do you have to give away?
I have two. Well, three.
All right,
Cool.
3 things. How about the first 3 people?
And then Nigel was second, I think.
No. I'm not splitting it up. It's all one package.
Oh, okay. Well, then it was Dutch Vaper, I believe, is the first person to get.
All right. Dutch Vapor. Congratulations.
There you go.
Dutch Vapor, email me, quest4vape@gmail.com. And I don't know if you are in the Netherlands. If you are, it's $26. If you're in the United States, then it's $6.10. But you get those. And if you want me to sign that, some people have been asking me to sign their things with a Sharpie. I don't know. I will. Not that. Isn't that narcissistic of me? I'm offering you my autograph. Oh, fucking dick. Okay. But congratulations. And listen, why do I do that? Because there's a bunch of people tune in here and watch while we're live, and I appreciate that.
And the reason I asked that question is because we're constantly drilling people about no Ohm's law, no Ohm's law. It's really not that difficult, but we do have to know it. And it makes things much easier for us when we can just tell them, we know the volts, we know the ohms, we know what amp draw we're going to have on our stuff, especially for mech mods, but even in regulated terms.
That's great, and I mean, yeah, we should know it. I mean, like, I'm signing up for your Ohm's Law class there, Zach. But I mean, we do have a very good, useful tool if people would just freaking use it. Just go to freaking Steam Engine. I mean, they got more than just show you how to build a coil. It does have an Ohm's Law calculator in there.
And they got an app for Android and an app for iOS, so you don't have any excuse for not having it on you at all times.
I just build a fucking coil, put it on with my series box, and if it don't vent, I'm good to go.
Hey, could anybody tell me how to? Oh, never mind. Yeah, go ahead, Dawn. I'm gonna if I could figure out how to do this. How do I add a moderator?
Is that Dawn from Edora?
That's Dory Liquids. Dawn says that there's an ugly troll in chat, and I didn't notice.
What the fuck?
I didn't notice. I'm trying to run a show over here and like talk, so I'm not snooping around to see if some asshole has nothing better to do. But if that asshole has nothing better to do, then knock yourself out and go kill yourself.
Well, look at it like this. At least it's one more person fucking watching you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some people are going to watch you because they love you. Some people are going to watch you because they hate you. But they're all watching you.
Thank you for the view counts and the minutes. I appreciate that. My Google AdSense is writing me a check right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how to add a moderator, so I guess we'll have to like put up with that asshole in chat. But it wasn't Dutch Vapor, was it? Because he just won a good. I don't want to send a troll like a nice contest giveaway.
Yeah, no shit.
We'll move on past. I didn't see any comments. So.
I didn't either, but I haven't been paying, like you said, I haven't been scanning the chat for somebody getting ready to troll.
Really? The viewer count went from 38 down to 33, so I guess all 5 of that trolls, like, fake accounts just left. 32 viewers. Here it is. The build session's over and the giveaway's over, so everybody's leaving.
Yeah, so you can leave now.
I gotta say, that's a mighty nice vape. That build right there, 26 gauge. You know, who said you can't chuck clouds with a little skimpy build like that? It's not a skimpy build. You can pump 150, 180 watts into a build like that and get a nice flavorful vape. All right.
How many watts does the RX let you go up to on that?
The RX is letting me go up to 82 watts.
And that's where it maxes?
It maxed at 9 volts.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if that's because look at my battery bar is like less than half.
No, it'll still usually give you the 9 volts because that would be each battery down to 3 volts. So yeah, it should still give you the 9 volts.
I'll tell you what I love the most about these Velocity style 2-post decks. You can I drip right down the freaking center of that and I fill that whole center area up. And then by the time I get my top cap on, it's already dispersed out to the coil and to the wicks.
What kind of RDA did you say that was?
This is called the Temple RDA. Here, let me hold this up. This is by Vaperz Cloud. These guys make a 25 millimeter diameter and a 30 millimeter diameter RTA. I forget the name of it. It's like 3 letters. It's a badass RTA, like big raw power RTA type.
I like a big. I've been looking for a big deck on
Yeah, it's
for
like
my mod.
It's like Fatty McFat RTA.
Yeah, biggest deck I can get.
Now, are you still talking about vape gear?
Yeah, sure. Why not? What do you got?
No, y'all talking about big decks and.
Oh, what's that? Is that preference towards?
It wasn't directed at you, Natty.
I'm just saying. I mean, all this sexual innuendo going on around here. Trying to make sure we're staying on track.
Any of you guys into mech mods? Well, not so much.
I got 3. I got 2 simple clones and my Stingray X.
I got that Temple because I wanted something that fit nice and flush on top of the Able mod. And that does.
I personally don't like those kind of mods, but that's just my preference. I like box mods.
Not enough power off 118-650 for that build. Wrong build for this. So that's just an example of how you build way differently for 118-650 battery or for 2 18650 batteries. Is it time for us to see if this is too wide and going to touch and complete the circuit?
Do it.
I got my phone ready.
All right, my exit strategy is The front door is right there. I'm going to run over there and throw this on the front lawn.
Okay. Now, what if there's somebody out there with their dog peeing on your lawn right now?
They're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Dog shouldn't be pissing on his front lawn.
I'll try and spare the dog because the dog is innocent. That guy, I've been walking in front of a Vaperz house knowing that YouTube was going on. That's actually a very tame and mellow vape. That's how you build for the noisy cricket. That's actually too many wraps of metal. I think it's too high of a resistance.
Yeah.
Noisy cricket's hitting like a little girl. Chucking the clouds up. What's that?
Hitting like a noisy tick?
Yeah. I'd say if I was going to build for the noisy cricket again, I would probably do, instead of 15 reps, I would do 10.
So we call it the whispering mosquito?
Yep.
This is a spider cricket.
Now, if it's the noisy cricket, then it's the whispering bull.
Shucking. So that's how you build for that. All right. We're at the hour mark here. Hey, guys, let's wrap up and say goodbye to everybody. Thanks so much for jumping on. Thank you, everybody in chat. Let's just jump back in there, see if any drama. Maybe everybody in chat police themselves and, like, yeah. But by the next time, I'll know how to add a moderator. And thank you, Dawn, for always being vigilant. Any drama going on in chat? I can't see.
They're trying to heckle Dawn into keeping her apple crisp on board.
Of course they are.
That is some good stuff. Have you guys tried that? Let me grab my bottle.
I haven't had it, but if it's that good, yes, Don, keep the damn flavor.
It's yeah, I'm working my way through a nice 30 mil. That's the apple caramel crisp.
I haven't tried it.
Awesome. It's like so. What's that?
I don't normally promote products, but that apple crisp is good. And I didn't say that.
It is spot on. Like the apple is just so fresh and jumping out at you. Like, kind of reminds me of.
You don't promote products, Raven. So Texas Tough just promoted itself to Daryl today.
That's right.
It's all right. Texas Tough just dropped you, and they're sponsoring me now.
Well, I'm not gonna, push any, companies today. Not gonna push any companies today.
That's just kissing ass.
Do you even vape that juice?
I'm babying the shit out of this juice. Do you understand me?
I hear you on that, Natty. I reserve my my Adore e-liquids for special times of the day when I really want to enjoy it, like with a cup of coffee, or I don't just vape it to vape it.
Each one of these 3 mods and RDAs each one has its own Adore flavor in it.
That's awesome. Such good stuff.
What she should do is sell her own concentrate.
I think she's working on that, huh?
She makes her own concentrates?
Yes, sell the concentrates. So people can make their own and mix and match and do whatever they want with it.
I didn't know that. Like, she doesn't get her concentrates from Flavor Art or...
she's going to make her own, concentrates to make the flavor. So
Oh, I got you.
if you like that flavor, then she should sell the concentrates in a little bottle. 10 ml bottle or something,
True. It's a good idea. For people who want to go, like, semi-DIY, but, like, get the stuff that get their nicotine, get their VG, their PG, and then, but not have to worry about the formula of mixing the actual flavoring and steeping.
Or if they want to use the juice and add some other concentrates in it, either or.
Cool stuff. Well, all right, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. It's been fun. Thank you very much, Zach, Raven, Natty. Appreciate it. Congratulations, Dutch Vapor. make sure you get in touch with me, email me, and then I'll get that stuff out to you. All right, guys, Quest for Vape signing off, and then let's stop this broadcast.